Ji, Assalamu alaikum. I'm Dr. Bilal Zubair. I'm assistant professor at National Defense University and I am working in the Department of International Relations. The soft power is a concept that was given by American political scientist Joseph S. Nye, and he explains soft power as soft power comprising of three components, namely the culture of a country, its political institutions, and its external policies. Public diplomacy is the tactical level through which the soft power is applied in the external affairs of a country. And as you have asked, what is the impact of the soft power and the cultural diplomacy on a country's national security? Now, if we see the concept of national security, it comprises of both the traditional and non-traditional concept of security. Even Pakistan's national security document 2226 says that Pakistan needs to apply a comprehensive thought in its national security framework. So it means that many of the non-traditional concepts of security are also part of the national security. They are equated with the traditional concept of national security. So we can say that that the human security, the environmental security, are as important as the territorial integrity of the state, because both the humans and the state reciprocate in terms of the national security. In the more normative domain, I would rather argue that if a country wants to promote its national image, which is paramount in the today's digital media and globalized world, so the national image of a country also resonates to the concept of national security. So cultural diplomacy and soft power promotes the soft image of a country to promote the national interest of the country. So when we see Pakistan, Pakistan lacks its cultural diplomacy as compared to many of the regional countries. If you see the South Asia, the two main countries alongside Pakistan, which are Bangladesh and India, they have been investing heavily in their cultural diplomacy. It's not like Pakistan doesn't have its cultural prowess, or Pakistan cannot manifest its cultural prowess, but the problem is that we are not promoting it in the way the Pakistan's capacity is presently. So like when we talk about a comprehensive cultural diplomacy policy, Pakistan doesn't have one, but foreign policy, the foreign policy of any country including Pakistan must have a comprehensive and must take a comprehensive account of its cultural aspects, which can be promoted to promote a positive image in the international system. If you see the leading countries who have a comprehensive public diplomacy and cultural diplomacy initiatives, these are the countries who believe and who invest heavily in the cultural exchanges, educational exchanges. So if you see the Fulbright scholarship program, the largest in the world by the United States of America, it is aimed at promoting the American perspective, and how that perspective is going to the outside world. It is through those exchanges. When I'm going there and I'm studying in an American university, I'm bringing those values and ideas back to my own country. The Shivling program by the Chinese, or the Chinese government scholarships, the AusAid, the New Zealand Aid, all these initiatives are there to promote the cultural exchanges and the educational exchanges to enhance the national perspective in the international system. So like cultural exchanges and these initiatives are imperative to promote the national image and a positive image of a country in the international system. So the cultural diplomacy is something that very strongly resonate to the ideas and the values of any society. So if you see the Americans, for instance, Americans have been promoting their international image through these exchanges and these programs. The China has been recently investing heavily in its soft power and cultural diplomacy initiatives, and uh, the the Confucius institutions of the China across the world, they are there to promote the Chinese cultural image in the international system. The British Council is a very good example, and British Council takes all those initiatives which are there to promote the cultural image of Great Britain in the international system. We are not living in a time when you can promote your image through occupying another country. You have to indirectly influence the foreign audience, and the culture diplomacy is the best way to influence the foreign audience. The soft power is applied through the normative use of power, and these normative or ethical use of power can be promoted through the cultural exchanges and promotion or branding of a nation in the international system. We are living in a time when branding is imperative. So Pakistan is a very interesting country. Pakistan is a home to the greatest civilizations which have ever lived. We have the Indus Valley civilization, and we have the Harappa civilization, and then we have the Pakistan is perhaps or arguably one of the largest land that had the Buddhist civilization. Similarly, Pakistan has the largest mountains. We have the three mountain ranges: Himalaya, Karakoram, and Himalaya ranges, Hindu Kush ranges, sorry. And then we have the huge coastal belt, and we have a very rich heritage. So these are the components that need to be channelized, to be mobilized to enhance Pakistan soft power. Like if you see the inflow of tourism in Pakistan, they are primarily directed at the north of Pakistan, but the other areas, like I have mentioned, the Buddhism or the promotion of the Indus Valley civilization, it lacks in our in the promotion of Pakistan's soft power. So these are the areas that need to be exploited and promoted to enhance Pakistan's global image. Like soft power is something that has to come organically. Yes, foreign office is or has to take the lead in promoting the cultural aspects of Pakistan's soft power, but it has to be a more organic initiative, and there has to be different elements of sectors of the society that have to come along. For instance, the NGO sector is very imperative for the promotion of the soft power. Diaspora is very important in the promotion. The cuisine is very important. If you want to attract the foreign tourism, infrastructure is imperative. It means that the hospitality industry has to play its part. So if Pakistan wants to promote its soft power and cultural diplomacy, Pakistan need to bring all these components of power in cohesion and to promote a comprehensive framework through which Pakistan's soft power can be promoted in the international system. Like as I've indicated earlier, that as compared to the regional countries, particularly India and Bangladesh, we lack these initiatives. Like if you see India has so many facets of its culture which are being promoted, and many of our facets of our culture are being promoted as Indian facets. For instance, India has yoga to promote its culture. India has Sanskrit, its language, to promote its culture. Then they have their own cuisine to promote their culture. They champion themselves as the largest democracy in the world. So, so India is diverse when it comes to the promotion of its. Similarly, it is with Bangladesh. Bangladesh has been promoting its own Bangla culture, and it's becoming very famous. globally. So Pakistan, as compared to these two countries, has not been able to channelize. It's not like Pakistan doesn't have the capacity or the sources, but I think that Pakistan lacks the will to promote them. So this is something that is missing component. Like the digital media is the tool through which the countries have been promoting their national image in a I would say a rather cheap manner. Um, it doesn't bring much financial constraint on the countries to promote. So like there has to be some initiative like Digital Pakistan or Branding Pakistan initiatives where the social media influencers, the digital media campaigns can be run through like Facebook and the YouTubes and Instagram. There are so many channels to promote the national image through these digital spaces, and I believe that there has to be a comprehensive plan of action where we must promote and we must invest in the digitalization of Pakistan's branding in the international sphere. And one thing that I would like to add in this perspective is that whenever there is a news regarding Pakistan, there is rather more negativity. Like if there is a bomb attack in Pakistan, or there is some untoward incident in Pakistan, it is promoted more in the digital space. So Pakistan need to balance this through the promotion. Like we don't have any English news channel other than perhaps there is a PTV World that is promoting Pakistan image. Like India has multiple English news channels to promote the Indian national image. So this is something that we have to invest in the future to promote Pakistan's global image. Like diaspora has huge responsibility. The problem with Pakistani diaspora is that most of this diaspora is concentrated in those countries where they are engaged as the common liver. Uh, this diaspora does not add value when it comes to the branding of a nation. Like you need doctors and engineers, IT experts, and the business community, like the Pakistan's business community in UK, for instance, they can promote Pakistan's image. In the US, Pakistan has a very strong doctor community diaspora that can promote Pakistan national image. So as I said earlier, that the culture diplomacy is a reflection of the sum total of a country's output. So if you want to promote your national image through diaspora, for instance, you have there have to be those people who can positively promote the image of the country. Like there is a huge responsibility that lies on the embassies, Pakistan's foreign embassies, which are well dispersed across the world. Like uh, there are certain events, and Pakistan can share the stage on those events through the promotion of Pakistan's music. Pakistan is a very like diverse music. Like we have different genres of music, from folk music to the rock music even, and the rap music these days. And then we have like Pakistani cuisine is amazing. Pakistani cuisine is amazing. We have our own brands of biryani and halim and whatnot. And we talked about the heritage. Pakistan is itself a very diverse country. We not only have one type of a culture, we have multiple cultures coexisting in harmony, in good spirit with each other. So the embassies across the world have huge responsibility in the promotion of Pakistan culture, heritage, music, and cuisine. So yes, there are, like when it comes to the promotion of cultural diplomacy, you know, we know countries through the brands they carry in terms of their culture. Like the K-pop is very prominent, representing Korea. As I've talked about the yoga culture and Modi himself is promoting the yoga culture. Then we have the American pop culture that has always been popular and is still very in vogue across the world. So when it comes to Pakistan, we have to search that what we can promote. Like Pakistan's folk artists, they are very popular and they are very famous across the world. And Pakistani Qawwali is very famous. Uh, as I've talked about the Pakistani cuisine, it can be promoted as a source of Pakistani culture. The Kailashi culture, it's very famous. So there are so many things that can be amalgamated, and they can be used to promote the culture diplomacy and soft power of Pakistan. So as I've talked earlier, that uh, the the security is a comprehensive framework. It has to be taken both in the traditional and non-traditional sense. So when we see the image of Pakistan and the promotion of image of Pakistan, this is something that Pakistan has to invest on. The nations and the people and the countries are known by the image they carry. Like if I'm carrying a Pakistani passport, I would be treated as the image that has already been constructed regarding Pakistan and its people. So it is not only about the physical boundaries, it is about the psychological needs of the people when they are carrying your passport to the other countries. They have to be treated with respect. So it's at most responsibility both on the people and the leaders and the foreign policy makers, that to promote Pakistani culture in such a manner that can bring more respect to the country and its people, and that respect and image actually resonate to the national security of the country. So it's a sum total of these whole traditional and non-traditional concepts. Only securing the traditional boundaries of the state would not help country to promote its positive image.